Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for the first full week in February, February 4th. I'll say already. Okay, want to be with you very short time period today, but I just come to remind you, just a reminder that nothing is lost. There's no wasted experience, no wasted um, short-lived joy. There's no wasted hiring, no wasted firing. There's no wasted choice that you've made. There is nothing that you will go through, nothing that you will experience that is a waste of your time except when we don't learn from it. When we do not, well, good morning. Now I see some comments up there. Hello, Eric and Pat. And I don't know, I see numbers, but I can't see who's joining me. So thank you for all who are joining me. Just a reminder to you, because sometimes too often we get stuck in park on something that some experience, some firing, some breakup, some divorce, some loss, some grief, and we get stuck there, not recognizing that every Eric, okay, the whole world, hey, hallelujah for the whole world. Okay, so, but we get stuck. And the point was to pick up another experience and put it in your toolkit. Life is going to require that you have lots of tools in your toolkit. Everything cannot be addressed with a hammer. And everything you see, you whacking it and you slamming it and you destroying it. We have to have a whole variety of tools within our toolkit. And so every time we experience something, every time we get the strength to go through and say what we really believed, every time we make the decision that I got to come out of this, it's not good for me, it's not healthy, it's gone on too long, and we take the courage to move on, every time we get on the other side of fear to doing what we desire. Good afternoon, Isaac. Okay, so every single time, I promise you, every time you are adding the tools to your toolkit to be able to deal with another aspect of life that I promise you is waiting around the corner. And so recognize that, recall that, bring that to your remembrance, because even if you dealt with it 2 years ago and never had to use it again, for example, you got up the courage to leave the job. It was draining you. It was making you sick. There was no growth. You dreaded going in there every time, but the money was good. The money was plentiful, but it was sucking the very life of you. That takes strength and it takes courage. And when you mount up and do that, you know there are very few things that you're not going to have the courage to do later in life. I promise you, every time you get the courage to have a difficult conversation, moving well past, well, how's the weather? And oh, yes. And I checked in. Okay. Well past that elementary surface level stuff. When you get the courage to do that, there are very few future conversations that you will run from, because now you have a new tool. You'll know with absolute certainty that you're not going to die. Yes, it was uncomfortable. Yes, it was awkward. But guess what? You did not die. You were able to breathe again afterwards. There is no wasted experience, especially when we learn from it, because every time we give in to the fear, every time we stop short of jumping the hurdle, all we do is elongate the process. We stretch it out. We make a 2-chapter lesson end up into 5 volumes because we refused, or we allowed fear. We refused to keep it moving. We refused to learn from it. Add another tool to your toolkit and keep it moving. Okay, we will get stuck in life every time we choose to come up to the obstacle, which we all will have, and just stop. Not going to jump it. We're going to try to go around it. We're going to try to go under it. We're going to try. Okay. There are obstacles in life to build our muscles, to build our muscles, to prepare us for the next encounter, to add another tool to our toolkit of life. I promise you, the people who refuse to get any other tools other than a hammer, and they smash everything, they answer every response is the same way, you cannot continue growing. You cannot be effective like that. Can you get a few things done? Absolutely. But is that the target? Or do you desire to grow and stretch and become the best version of yourself? I'm telling you what I know, not just theoretically, not just academically, experientially. I know you have to have additional tools in your toolkit to be effective, to make an impact in lives, to make a difference in lives, to enjoy your life. You keep bringing out with a hammer, you are only going to exist. There'll be no living. Okay, so that is my reminder. There is no experience, no loss, no love, no break, no choice, no lost opportunity. Nothing is wasted. Put it in your toolkit and keep it moving, because I promise you, you're going to be able to use it later. That is my offering to you today. You may want to take a couple of moments and look through and see what are stumbling blocks. You could have learned something from that, and you're stuck wailing and whining and weeping over it because you see it as a loss. It's not. Pack it up. I promise you, you're going to need it later. Okay? I will join you, and I hope you do the same the rest of the week. Hey, Miss Clishia. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Pacific, just for a different perspective. Until next time, take real good care of yourself.